who also works for Band of Sun, and he's really good actor. He's a really good martial artist as well, because you have to be a martial artist to do all the stunts that you do. And the first time I actually noticed him is that battle I told you about that John Morrison played. Casey Jones. He played Kick-Ass from Kick-Ass.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
And he did a really good job at it. And he friended me on Facebook when he saw my review. And I said, you know what, I'm going to get to know this guy. So I was like going through his resume. And then there was one, I was like, there were a few I was surprised that I didn't even know I knew this guy until I got to know this guy. Because he was also in, remember Deadliest Warriors?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was in Deadliest Warriors. He played, what was it, William Wallace.
Oh, nice.
Okay, that's David's character.
When he faced Shaka Zulu.
Yeah.
Nice.
That one. And he also did motion captures for multiple Call of Duty video games.
Wow.
And
Cool.
he also did the motion capture for BJ Penn.
Wow.
I
love
one of John's favorites.
All right, so let's talk about this. So Chris starts off, he says, I'm not multi-talented. He's got friends in high places going crazy. Starts off, he's made music videos, then he kicks it up to interviews. Now he's meeting and greeting and rubbing elbows with BJ Penn's motion capture. And we haven't even talked about wrestling yet. We haven't even talked about that. We've got a million things going on.
But yeah,
Right.
Sean,
I get you.
Sean is a wonderful guy when I just got to know him and stuff. And I said, you know, I'm going to watch more of your stuff.
Yeah.
I watched his first movie he ever directed. I think it was his first movie.
Okay,
called
what was that one?
The Lackey.
The Lackey. I don't know that one.
It's a really good movie.
I don't
It's
think I
pretty
heard
much
of that
about
myself.
a person who is, you know, just a drunk, but he's actually like a hitman kind of thing.
Ooh.
That sounds awesome.
Seems like it's up our alley here.
At the same time, he rather works for the lackeys. That's why he considered himself as I'm a lackey for the lackeys. Because like the lackeys of the big bosses hire him to do their work for him. So he's like, I don't want to deal with the big guys and stuff. And then in the movie, he finds out he has a daughter. So he tries to quit the business to try to do good for her, for his daughter. But he couldn't get a job because he doesn't have, you know, proper resumes and stuff like that. So he says, I'm going to do one more big job. And one of my favorite lines he says, it was actually in the beginning where they're shown what happens before he goes to this big fight, and then they go into the whole story before it, as he said that I want my money in hand, even at my grave. And I was like, that is scary.
Words to live by.
That is because he was telling his friend, you know, I'm going to do this job, but no matter what, the money you offered me, I want it to me, whether I'm alive or dead.
Yeah.
So if I'm dead, you better put it at my grave.
Okay.
And I'm like, wow. I was hooked when
That's
he said
why he likes
that.
to be paid.
Yeah.
It's very important to get your money. It's very important.
And
I think I might
now
use
he
that.
also
Man
has
after my own heart.
he also has a new show on his YouTube channel. It's called Truly Indie Studios. That's his YouTube channel. Called what is it called again? I'm a little bit lost for words a little bit.
That's all right.
That's all right.
I'm sure it's
Heroes with Issues.
Oh, okay.
And
all right.
pretty much the premise of it is you have heroes from like DC Comics, Marvel Comics getting therapy.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
They're all getting
Yeah,
therapy.
different
Their
concept.
first episode was with Deadpool, and he goes
Nice.
in there
God.
getting
Okay.
therapy from this doctor
That's
who happens
different.
to be a character from DC called Dr. Huntoon.
Okay.
And he's a
familiar.
character
Alright.
in DC, and I didn't even know about it until I did the research. And he was trying to treat Deadpool because Deadpool was talking about his, you know, his, just how, you know, good it felt to be part of something big with his movie.
Okay.
But then he's like, how am I going to top that? You know,
Yeah.
Right,
and
yes,
also talking about when he also appeared in X-Men Origins Wolverine, which we all know that one was a big, huge flop.
That didn't go well.
Especially when they introduced Deadpool and people lost their shit.
Oh,
for
yeah.
that.
Right.
And he had, so far, I think they have 6 episodes now.
Okay,
I
very
believe.
cool.
And he asked me, I love your reactions. Can you please do reactions for these?
Wow.
And I'm like,
okay.
Okay. Because, like, I was just doing
how do you say no to that?
I can't.
You can't say no to
I
that.
can't
You
say no to
gotta.
that.
That's like when you ask the Jetpack Superheroes podcast. You're like, oh, I've got to say yes.
I gotta say yes.
Gotta say yes. I slept next to that kid. Well, I mean, like the wall. Yes. If I could,
in a different dorm
Chris
room.
had a wall, and we shared a wall. He was on one side of the wall when he slept. I was on the other side of the wall when we slept. That was what I meant. I should have. I do that sometimes. I'm sorry.
But I did one reaction video for the first episode, and I was gonna leave it at that because I want him to get more views and stuff. But
Right.
he
Yeah.
asked
Help your
me,
friend out.
it's good feedback for me. So I said, okay, I'll do more. And he asked me, can you do these 2 episodes that you missed? I said, well, I already watched them, so I can't really give you a reaction. Because that's my biggest policy is I've watched the video already. I don't do a reaction video. I know there's some people who do that.
Yeah.
And that's why some people... No.
Right.
No.
It's not genuine. And people could tell.
Yeah, people could definitely tell.